Ever get that feeling, when you're thinking about someone?
And then bam, they call you.
Oh, all the time.
Right. Or like you just know something's up with like your mom or your best friend.
Yeah.
Even if they're like miles away. We always say, oh, it's just a coincidence, right?
Right.
But what if it's not? What if it's like a signal?
Connection
Yeah.
we're just not really tuned into,
It's like we're just scratching the surface of something.
Exactly. And that's what we're diving into today. We're talking about REM Space, this Silicon Valley startup
Okay.
that's claiming they've cracked the code, right?
Ooh.
They're saying they've figured out how to let people communicate inside their dreams.
That's wild. I mean, we've all had those dreams that feel so real.
Right.
Like you wake up and you're like, was that real or was that a dream?
Totally.
But to actually communicate, to share information, that's a whole other level.
Exactly. So how did this even work? I mean, it's like science fiction.
Right. Well, it involves this thing called lucid dreaming.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that.
So it's like you're dreaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can actually kind of control what's happening in your dream.
Yeah.
And what REM Space has done is they've basically created this technology that taps into your brain activity during these lucid dreams.
Okay.
So when you're thinking a thought, right?
Or you're trying to send a message.
Okay.
This technology can pick that up and transmit it to another dreamer.
So it's like mind-to-mind communication.
Essentially, they're calling it dream networking, and apparently they've already done some successful trials.
Whoa. So it's actually real.
It's looking that way. And to really wrap our heads around this, we're looking at the work of Marynês Pereira.
Right, Pereira. She's like this rock star in the world of neurobusiness.
Totally. She's brilliant.
Such a cool field, right? It's like where brain science meets the business world.
Exactly. And her take on this whole REM space thing is really fascinating. She says this isn't just some, flashy tech demo.
Okay.
It actually confirms something that quantum physics has been hinting at for years.
Ooh, quantum physics. Here we go. Hit me with it.
I know it sounds complicated, but stick with me, okay?
Okay.
So there's this concept called non-locality.
Non-locality.
Yeah, and basically it suggests that distance, like physical space,
doesn't actually stop our minds from connecting.
Whoa. So
No.
our minds are kind of everywhere all at once.
In a sense, yeah. Pereira compares it to Wi-Fi.
Oh,
You can't see the signal, but your phone's still connected to the internet, right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's like our thoughts and emotions could be emitting these frequencies, these waves,
Okay.
that create a network, a web of interconnected minds.
So when we get those weird feelings, like that mother's intuition thing,
Yes.
Pereira's saying that could be us, like tapping into this network.
Exactly. Those moments where we think about someone right before they call,
Yes.
it might not be coincidence. It might be this network at work.
That's amazing. I mean, we talk about intuition and gut feelings, but this makes it seem like
Well, almost scientific, right?
that's the thing. REM space is basically giving us the tools to explore these ideas that, for a long time, were considered, well, a little out there.
Right. Like we've been looking at this whole realm of consciousness and connection through the wrong lens.
Right. And if we can communicate through dreams, I mean, what else is possible?
That's the question. Could we access like hidden knowledge?
Or unlock some crazy creative potential?
Imagine the possibilities if we could actually tap into that network intentionally.
I know. It's like Pereira says, this is just the tip of the iceberg. We're just starting to peek into this amazing world within our own minds.
And who knows what we'll find when we dive in deeper.
Exactly. That's a thought I'm going to be chewing on for a while. All right, everyone listening, if you've had any experiences that you think might be connected to this, to REM space, to any of this, we want to hear from you.
Yeah, hit us up on social media. Let's keep this conversation going.
Absolutely. This is just the beginning of the deep dive.